let's try being happy. I don't want to be critical this entire stream. I wanna have fun. I'm with you guys. We can chill, we can play games. Yeah, I think the chat's broken. I'm gonna turn that off. But I've still got the chat window on the side, so I'll still be able to see it. My first time watching this game. You're cool. Thank you very much, Rex Track. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna freaking stab this guy, and it misses. Why does it miss? Why does it miss? There's no indication telling me why I missed. It just... He was right in front of him. He charged him, but the enemy took one step away. I miss. Let's try it again, shall we? Run up towards him. Now I hit. Because now the enemy's walking towards the spirit. I don't know why my spirit just doesn't trace him. I mean, come on, it's... Let's go through the description again, shall we? Just 1 second. It says, blood-seeking supernatural assassin that sprints towards its prey. If I'm locked onto something, identifying it as prey, I would expect that to bloody go towards the guy. See, game's now difficult because mechanics are false advertised. Great. Great. What the heck? Blame global warming for broken chat and bad mechanics. Oh man. No, it's not that the mechanics are bad. They're flawed. And that's the biggest problem. If they're bad, they're bad. If they're flawed, it's worse. Yeah, I'm gonna damage that tyrant over there and... Oh, yeah, tyrants. Look at that bug. You like that? Yeah. Tyrants, everyone. Bugging out since you're able to spam your abilities. Oh yeah, I can only beat the tyrant if I get his heart. Now that I have his heart, I can do this. Kill him. Well, I missed. My spell missed because it couldn't trace him properly. So I'm gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way. There you go. But at least I get his... Wow, and where did this guy come from? No idea where this guy came from. At least I picked up the tyrant's weapon though, which I can now use as my own. That's good. Another energy shard, I'll take that. The other reason as to why I wanted to start playing the game here is because we're right next to a boss fight, so I want to see how well the light armor build does against this boss, and I believe it's the Infiltrator. Terrible. I don't know. Well, it's not terrible naming conventions. It's just these naming conventions are just basic, very basic names for these characters. Like, why is he called the Infiltrator? Why is he called Champion? Why is he called this? Why is he called that? No explanation or backstory, not even any lore you can pick up to identify why these guys are called what they are. You just have to bear in mind, oh, this guy's called Infiltrator. Oh, this guy's called Champion. I don't know, man. Like, for a game that has really good use of lore, I was surprised that I couldn't learn more about the bosses that I'm fighting. I'm the kind of person where I want to beat a boss, pick up something and realise, wow, this boss had an entire lineage behind him and he was for one of his kind or something like that. That would be great! That'd be great. You can do it, you're awesome. Oh, thank you. And boss fight hype. Let's do it. Here we are, Infiltrator. I'll jump straight into it. Literally. So, this fight is made hard. Name a convention like in Mass Effect. But at least Mass Effect's fun. This is bearable. This is like painfully average, which is why I have a problem with it. It's so painfully average, I can't recommend it to anyone. And I want to, but I can't. Oh, and Spoonie, when I'm talking about naming conventions, I'm talking about individual naming conventions, not... Because what you're saying there with the Reapers, the Collectors, they are races. The Rogar, by the way, great name for a hellish-themed world of creatures. But this boss, Infiltrator, that's all this boss is called. Why? Why is he called the Infiltrator? I want to know. Okay, so this boss fight, made in a nutshell. This guy can use a wad of different abilities when you're near or far. He can do that, which I rolled out of the way, but still got half my health drilled out of me. For no friggin' reason. See, I did it that time and it was okay. But the trick here is simple. Stand close to one of these legs. Hopefully you won't get knocked back by him, or damaged by him, or put in a loop by him. But basically, the trick is, those are armoured legs. You can get rid of the armour on those legs, like so, and now you can deal damage to them normally. Because your attacks will deal reduced damage if you hit an armoured part of the shell. Wow. And you may think, well, this just seems like a standard boss fight, no BS here, and you're right, this is a very good boss fight so far. I'm enjoying it. It's challenging, it's different, and that's all I would really want for a boss fight at this moment. But now, obviously, a little bit questioning what to do next is a bit weird. But I'm gonna make that happen. Smack that leg. Whoop. Time that wrong. Whoop. And oh yeah. Oh, blocked it at the last minute. Well done. Well done, Harkin. Oh no. And look how fast the Infiltrator turns 360 just to hit you. That's not good enemy design, that's just BS. You shouldn't be spinning that fast just to hit me. I know there are some enemies in Dark Souls 2 that do that, and those are the more humanoid enemies, and that's a problem that I generally have in Dark Souls 2. Okay, and now Infiltrator is in phase 2. So Infiltrator will now start using the behind leg like that, which will somehow now do poison damage to you, so damage over time. And she also put out these little spawn nest things, which, if you do not deal with, will restore her health. Yeah, she's one of those bosses. A boss that restores her health. Call the BS if you so wish. I have time and time again, so... The boss hasn't necessarily been... Yeah, and those things trap you, by the way, so... That alone would have just been fine for the boss fight. That would have been great. An interesting little tidbit to make the fight a little bit more challenging. But the fact that now she has a way of healing her own health and now dealing damage over time to you, it now makes the fight cheaper. Because now... Wow, I got stuck again, that's bloody terrible. Yeah. See, now it just extends the boss fight simply because she's dealing damage to me over time, or she can get into a position to heal herself. And I'm sorry, bosses that heal themselves, I am... no. If you can't make your boss challenging by itself without having to resort to tactics like that, I'm sorry, your boss is flawed. I have seen better bosses that can do way better jobs. Now, luckily, I'm in a state where my weapon is so fast and dealing so much damage, I don't even care if you restore health, because I can friggin' kill you faster. But if you had a slow attack and you weren't nearly as powerful as I am, you'd probably die a few times. Which comes on to my next problem. barely die to bosses in this game. I die more to other random enemies or creeps than I do bosses. Just saying. Just saying. That animation's pointless, by the way. It doesn't do anything unless it just gives you an achievement. Okay. And you get nothing from it. Like sometimes you get an item, other times you don't. It's just like, look, I used almost all my health potions on that one boss fight. Not because it was challenging, but because there was plenty of BS to be had. However, I will say this. Every time you beat a boss, you get a boss weapon. So this time I picked up... What did I get this time? No. Ah, Lurker first? No. Tyranny. Codex. Lost Pike? Was that it? That might have been it. No, Ulus! That was the weapon that I picked up. A pole sword. Pole sword's great, by the way, if you're doing strength builds. Because I ended up finishing up the game with one of these bad boys. They're brilliant. And it's not even that good. The healing pool doesn't even work. I've tried it, doesn't work. Yeah, you have to go for style points. I can't say the game's good though just because it has style.
I have to admit,
because trust me, if
Lots
the
of
game
training.
was just style,
And
style
taking care of
alone
that
is
guy for you was
fantastic.
just easy
Art style,
peasy.
sound
I would've
design,
managed.
character design,
Well, to the
enemy
victor goes
design,
the spoils.
beautiful.
So I'll take this as a
But
souvenir.
then there's a lot.
What are you going to do with all
Will you
those
ever play
stone
Fallout
tablets?
3
You have
or are you
way
thinking
too
of
many.
playing again?
Let me help you out.
Well, I did do a live. One of the very first live streams I did was a live stream of
Here you go.
Fallout New Vegas, where I
Pleasure
did
doing business with you.
a
So
unarmed.
long,
I did
and watch
a
out for
fists
snakes.
and melee only run through the entire game, and I won. So there you go. Alright, she gives me all that good stuff. Yeah, and then we meet this guy.
Not kill Rohak.
Give me a good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now.
Hilka reward. Me, you, Craig.
See, I'm saddened that this guy doesn't have a name, but I love him because his voice acting is brilliant. I want more of him.
A reward for what? Go on.
Craig Ruhar brings skull. Craig human skull. Rohak reward.
Human skulls? What for?
What need have you for human skulls?
Make potion crack. Pain Urik stop. Cry. Give crack shield. Rock room spell on shield. Kragriel 15 skull ruga.
Seeing if you heard it there faintly, he alludes to the idea that you need at least 15 to get the shield.
I'll see what I
Which
can
is handy.
find.
I like that. Look.
Kruk.
Okay, so if I give him 15 skulls, he'll give me a shield. The shield's okay, it's not the best shield in the world, but it does the trick. Come on, open the door. Open sesame! And that's a shortcut to another area. And I can tell you right now, that area is completely BS, it's full of jumps, and if you're an agility character, you're screwed because you jump so far. Yay!